Holy shit. A signal. This close to Earth, it's not surprising, but... Wait. I got a signal. It's coming from just off Mars. The red planet, where the exploratory group is. It's a Terran SOS. They need help. Yeah, I might be able to contact them. Terran spacecraft, this is Officer Clover Kozar of the MHQ Constellation Navigator Division. Do you read me? Terran spacecraft, do you read? We've caught your SOS and are en route to help. Embry, contact the exploratory group. Tell them to find that ship. Bovan, notify the medics. They might be getting a lot of patients. I am not leaving humans to die out here. Welcome back. Our doctor said you would wake up soon. I'm glad to see you alive. I was really scared when I got your SOS ping. You're lucky we had an exploratory group nearby. How are you feeling? As expected. It's not every day you're rescued by people like us. And with wounds like that, of course you're hurting. All those bruises. Yes, I'm human, don't worry. Man, Eric is gonna be so happy to have another Terran astronaut aboard. You two can talk about NASA together. Once you recover, of course. You've suffered quite a few wounds from the depressurization of your ship. Most notably, numerous bruises, and probably more than a few fractures. You'll have to stay here for a bit, but you'll be okay. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, Eric Cooper. Well, Dr. Eric Cooper, technically. You've probably heard about him. He was an ISS engineer. Let me see, I've been here for about almost 5 years, and Eric got here 4 years before me, so about 8 or 9 years now? He was presumed dead after some spacewalk accident. Which, now, you are, as well. Presumed dead, yes. From the looks of things, your ship was badly struck by something. So much so that holes were ripped in the sides. The whole place depressurized, standard hole in a spaceship situation. You're lucky we had an exploratory group down on Mars' surface, and that Embry managed to convince them to check out your ship as quickly as she did. There were a total of 4 crew members, yeah? Oh, I'm so sorry, but you're the only one we could rescue. We couldn't even get to their bodies. And since NASA had already presumed you and your crew dead and has labeled the mission a failure, I'm afraid there's no going back to Earth. Eric was in the same boat. Do you need a moment? I can wait outside. I should probably update the doctors on your status anyway. Distraction it is, that's healthy. This craft is the MHQ Constellation, mobile headquarters of this organization. Speaking of, glad to have you aboard. There's only maybe 5 or 6 of us Terrans if we really stretch it. Yes, there's artificial gravity here. Something about electromagnets and glating, I don't know, I'm no engineer. We're lucky the planets are all relatively the same size, so we don't have much gravity issues. Yes, this place is run by aliens. We don't really use that term. We call each other otherworlders when we're not talking about, individual species. Alien is a very vague and very human term. I'm so glad you're okay. I'm glad to have another Terran aboard, even if it's like this. And I'm glad our exploratory group got to you before death did. I'm open to more questions, of course, if you have them. I understand this is a complicated, overwhelming time. I was freaked out too when I first left Earth. Although I hear things are changing down there. Something about the originals revealing themselves. Ah, right, Klimnik, I never introduced myself. My name is Clover Kozar, and I'm an officer of the Navigation and Linguistics divisions. That's why I have this blue and gold trim on my suit. The color of the trim shows our division. I'm 18, and I've been in space for nearly 5 years now, since I was 14. My boyfriend and I were homeless back on Earth, so we had no reason to return. You know, it's pretty amazing how humans can just adapt. We get knocked down and get back up, it's our whole thing. Turns out we weren't wrong to call ourselves space orcs. I'm sure you'll be fine. I was. Arthur and Eric were. But in the meantime, I'll be your recruitment and adjustment officer. You're a computer scientist, right? Great. Would you be open to joining us navigators? Of course, you've just experienced something pretty scary, and now you're on a ship full of aliens, so take your time, please. I just wanted to put the thought out there. And, you know, if you want to keep asking me questions, that's cool too. Yes, I have a boyfriend. He's an engineer here. We don't have enough engineers to keep a ship this big running smoothly, so he works a lot. We grew up together on the streets back in Canada, but... well, that's another story. Yes, my boyfriend's human. Well, half human. As for how many Terrans there are here... me, Eric, Arthur... does Mischa count? You know what? I'm counting Mischa. Lizzie's only here part-time since she has her own life back on Earth. Jaden stops by every so often, usually when he needs to talk to Sugar Crash or find the princess. I don't think the others technically count as Terrans. Well, there's not a lot of us here, especially not permanently. Terra is still technically blacklisted after all, even with the princess keeping an eye on things and now the whole originals coming out of hiding thing. Yeah, Princess Marcibel, daughter of the Goddess of Infinity, sometimes called the Demi-Goddess of Infinity. We still don't actually know exactly what she's the goddess of, but Jaden mentioned she might be a goddess of, like, existential comfort or something like that. I mean, I'm just some navigator, so whatever. Oh yeah, the Goddess of Infinity. Stella. She's actually the one who first rescued me and Mischa. We stayed with her for a bit before meeting Eric and moving on to join the rebellion. Then the princess showed up. It was a big thing here. I only spoke to her a few times, but I got the impression that she really hated her mother. Mentioned how she was only up here to give her the finger and to actually do something about the Empire. Well, from what little I could discern, Stella essentially abandoned the princess when she was a baby. Gods, am I right? Good to see you smiling a little bit. You look really tired. You should get some sleep. I'll tell the doctors you woke up and check up on you later. And think about my offer, alright? It'd be really nice to have another Terran in the Navigator Division. You'd have to learn a couple new languages, alien in every way. But I read your NASA bio, and it'd be great to have you. And here. Yeah, your astronaut pin. I hear it's something of a diploma for you folks. Eric still has his. Figured you'd want yours, too. You're welcome. Now get some rest. And welcome to Silver Haven.